And we are live. Hello, everyone. The stream has now started. If you're watching live, let me know that you're here. Just give me a little hello. I can see that Schulz is already ready there with hello. Hello, Schulz. Hello. Hello, Sporong Blixa. Hello. If you're watching live, just a little hello, just so I know that you're there. It's just nice to know who's watching live. If you're not, then you can leave a comment. You can do whatever you want. Cool. Good evening and welcome to tonight's live stream. The way it works is that we go on for about 2 hours or so, and around the 1 hour mark there'll be a little break, like a 5-minute little break. And that's awesome. I can see a bunch of people there. Plexi, hello, hello. Ahoy from Hilly. What's up, bro? Great beauty, hello, hello. And hearing you from new headphones, earphones, whatever. Plexi, that's nice. Which ones did you get? And artist. Wait, how do you be Lemsa artist? Hello. Those headphones are the best. Oh, these ones, the ones I'm wearing. DHX. DHX. Don't know what that means. Well, tonight's show, it's called I Redesigned Dwarves. Let's talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. So, basically, maybe some of you guys know this guy called Monster Garden. Monster Garden. And there's this video which kind of got a lot of traction right up there, right in the top, called I Redesigned Dwarves. And I basically stole its title because I'm a little thief, to get a little bit of is it clickbait? Hopefully it's going to be legit bait, where you get what you're signing up for. But in any case, he did this video, and it's a great video called I Redesigned Dwarves, where he did another take on dwarves, like visually and stuff like that, and like they're quite unique the way he did it. And then 2 weeks ago, I just showed you my screen without you being able to see it, so that was stupid. In any case, there's this video called I Redesigned Dwarves from Monster Garden, and it was a great video. And then 2 weeks ago, we had another stream where Dakota, I think Dakota watching, was asked how would you redesign dwarves if you had to do this and this and this and this. And we got to talking about that a little bit, and I just thought the whole principle of redesigning something was kind of interesting. So I was like, let's give it a go. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight. It's just like how to redesign some stuff. So maybe we can get something where somebody can suggest something in the chat, and then we'll redesign it. But first, the first thing we're going to look at is just this weird take I did on dwarves over here. But there's also a lively conversation going on right now in the chat about headphones, so that's awesome. But whatever. I'm going to switch over here to this scene. These, despite what you feel like, are dwarves. Dun dun dun. Yeah, very dramatic. So I think it's this thing where like you have a concept that people are familiar with, and then you want to do a fresh take on it. You know, it's like what's an example of a fresh take on something established? You know, it could be like a dragon or something. You're like, oh, the way that I think it's kind of interesting how they did. I feel like every time they do dragons in any kind of show, they're always like, or any kind of film or fiction, there's always like, let's make this different kind of dragon. Oh, you never. But now I can't think of any examples. And then in Game of Thrones, they're like, let's just try to make the most classic looking dragon ever. And somehow it was one of the more unique ones, just because it's so close to what you think of when you think like a dragon, you know. But then I think in House of the Dragon they kind of did that. The other dragon, House of the Dragon. If you haven't seen the show, then this isn't a spoiler, but it's a dragon. Dragon. The one, this one. It's kind of like, oh, you know, it's like it's not that different of a dragon, but it was a little bit different, you know. like with the long neck, and I think it had wings on its legs also. I can't remember what it was called, Viraxis or something. Is that what it was called? Viraxis, something like that. And so yeah, this whole principle of taking a concept and reimagining it, and that's what the Monster Garden guy he did. He did this retake on dwarves essentially, and I thought it was super cool. And I was just sitting one day and I was like, you know what would I actually do if I had to redesign dwarves? And this very much depends on what you're making it for, what's the theme and stuff. And I was kind of let's just do something. So I came up with this, and actually it started somewhere a little bit different. It actually started with this stuff over here. No, like this. I did this one. I was kind of like, what if the nose was just very different, and what if they were like night creatures? I feel like that fit really well, like this kind of nocturnal creatures. Like, cause dwarves, they're kind of like, oh, they're always inside and like crafting things, and they only have small fires and stuff to light their eyes. So I thought maybe they're a little bit like that, and maybe they aren't as stout. Maybe they're more kind of long-armed and long-fingered and stuff like that, because they need to mess with stuff. And actually, I thought one of the characters, I saw somebody just mentioned Miyazaki there. One of the references was actually is his name Kamachi? Kamachi. Maybe I think his name is Kamaji. Yeah, there we go. This guy. I was looking at that character. I was just thinking about that character. I was like, right, he's kind of this like weird Spider-Man, but there's something about his personality and this like crafty nature. I was like, that'd be interesting if that was a dwarf. And you can see how the beard kind of, somehow there's a reference there. And I thought as a character, or as like an archetype, that that worked quite well. So I played around with that a little bit and ended up with something like this, where it's just like, maybe these creatures that don't, maybe they talk in riddles or things like that, and they're a little bit more creature-like. They're still humanoid, right? But they're not just a short and stout human. They're their own creature, and they have this thing on where people will be like, oh, they have big noses, but I was maybe imagining that they're not actually noses. Maybe there are noses, but they're not noses like you and I have noses. Well, I don't know if everyone watching has a nose, but I'm assuming. Oh, okay, none of you have a nose like me, I'm assuming. But maybe some of you other out there watching also blessed with a schnozzle like mine. So I just thought that was interesting, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that today, and maybe walk through that kind of approach of like how to redesign something. So, you know, and I see there's a chat also just like exploded here. Johnny Gados, greetings from Slovakia. Awesome, happy to see you, or see your username. That's awesome. I don't know what the Xiaomi Redmi 4 active stuff is going on here, but this is great. Headphone stuff. Thank you very much for your lives. It's nice to see other artists at work. I was reading a book on hypnosis when I got your notification. A book on hypnosis, okay. You don't. I have been told that I have a soothing voice even when I eat, so I don't think you need that book. You can just listen to the stream, and I'm pretty sure I will daze you off to sleep. Because yeah, that's. If you're redesigning dwarves, then you could redesign the natural enemies. Dragons are dragons the natural? Okay, actually, this is really interesting. So, does anyone know about the poem? What is it? The poem, the Beowulf saga thing. I guess it's not a saga. It's more like a poem, right? Beowulf. You've heard of it, no? Beowulf. It's an epic poem. It's a poem, right? About the mighty warrior Beowulf, who was a Geat, right? He was a Geat, so it was somewhere in Sweden, right? That's where he was from. And then he came to the then king of Denmark, I think, Hrothgar, and then had to save them from the the troll Grendel, and then later on a dragon and that kind of stuff. And that epic poem, the dragon in there was described as a kind of breathing fire, somewhat, and it's the first account of a fire-breathing dragon, which I think that's kind of interesting. It's like this dragon of like breathing fire comes from the Beowulf poem. I think that's pretty cool. Schultz writes, not so much a redesign, but US Congress just talked about interdimensional aliens. What would they even look like? An interdimensional alien, what would they even look like? We can look at that. Miyazaki does a great job reimagining classical fantasy redesigns. I mean, it's great what they do at Ghibli, obviously, but mostly when Miyazaki is spearheading it. Thunderwolf is here. Hello. Like the cool redesigns. Awesome. Monsieur Retournier, Doc Return, no clue. And there's a little guy doing this. Little emoji doing that. So that's great. Cool. So, redesigns. The interdimensional aliens, that's great. If you have something that could be interesting to redesign, shoot right now in the chat. Shoot the chat. Obliterate it with suggestions of like, what should we redesign? And it has to be something a little bit more specific than like a dragon, you know, because dragons can be so many things. But like a dwarf could also be an elf, could be whatever. Actually, I think World of Warcraft actually did a good job sometimes on like redesigning kind of elves. I think they reimagined them kind of nicely, like their night elves and like blood elves. They did something interesting with that. It was cool. There was also something with I think God of War, the old God of War games, the classic ones, they had some stuff with some of the mythological creatures that I thought was quite cool. I remember the satyr, I think. Wait, God of War satyr. Was it a satyr? No, or it was chimera. Was it? It was a chimera. Yeah, this one here. It was quite ugly, to be honest. But the way it worked was that, you know, a chimera is like a goat, a lion, and a snake, right? And the way it worked was that the head was on the torso. The lion was on the torso, which is like, that seems bizarre, right? And then the other head was on top. And they really made it work with the animation. I remember it was something that like it had these different modes, right? It was almost like when it was like kind of curled over with just the horns. Then it kind of, it was one creature, right? It was one kind of creature. But then when it was standing up, then it was a different kind of creature, which I thought was awesome. So that was great. I want to redesign something. Let me know. Shoot in the chat. Just shoot whatever you want. Something, maybe something from, I don't know, fantasy. Maybe fantasy. Should I set some rules? Fantasy. This is a different kind of chimera, right? Where they just do 3 heads. And this, okay, these are 2 dragons and a lion. What? You know. And this one was a dragon, a lion, a goat, and this one's just all the stuff at once. But you know, based on this one's you know, this is the classic one, right? You know, classic one we know. This one almost seems like it's just 2, barely even a snake. Maybe that is supposed to be a snake, but also kind of like a tail. I think like redesigns, because you could also do something with like, say, oh, a witch. You know, if you had to design a witch. But like, how would you do that different from what's already there? It's like, okay, what is a witch? Well, a witch is some kind of a humanoid thing that's like a bog, like maybe lives in the forest or something and does magic. But maybe it's just this thing that is like a witch, you know, or the kind of thing that we would interpret as a witch. Maybe it's just this weird, lanky, you know, thingy magic, you know, that, and then it, and it wears, I don't know, You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't have to be a human, the witch. It could be something else that's a witch. But it's still somebody's like, oh no, it's a humanoid thingamajig, and then people thought it was a human or something that had been molded. Hippogriff, Hydra, angels. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. How about a hippogriff, angels, plague doctor maybe? The Spiderwick Chronicles do a great job with redesigning fairy tale creatures too. Robocop, but without the tech, so like a Western style maybe, like a cowboy cyborg thing instead. Makes sense. I feel like that would be more just like designing a cowboy cyborg, and then I'm thinking more like an archetype or something, because that's Wendigo. Okay. About a redesign of Elves, Angry People Studios. Ugh. Go away, Paul. It's because I know Angry People Studios, and now he's laughing in his chair probably after I said that. Which I know. Leprechaun, zombie, werewolves, mermaid, minotaur. Oh, you're just like hitting. Oh, there's way too many suggestions now. Now I have to pick something. Oh my god, he'll never go away. Skinwalker. Laughing. Kind of like the plague doctor thing. But I guess the plague doctor is a real thing. But angels. Angels is kind of interesting. It was interesting what Diablo did with angels, right? Like the way that Diablo angels. I will pick something. I'm just kind of looking. I think the take on angels was different. It still feels it's a little bit more creepy and haunting, kind of, but it still has that like the vibe of the wings, you know. I thought it was a very iconic take on that whole thing. A plague angel. Werewolf, mermaid. Werewolf is also interesting. What is CCPs, Plexi? What the SCPs? What is that? Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know what that is. Werewolves are interesting. I always thought the Harry Potter werewolf was great. Harry Potter werewolf. Like this one. It was so gross. Like it was so anti-werewolf in a way. Like, oh, a werewolf has to be hairy and basically a furry. But then they're like, no, it has to be naked and disgusting. And I was like, yep. And it worked. I thought it was quite creepy. It was a good... it actually looks horrible in all these pictures. I thought it was great in the films. Yeah, I'm kind of like hippogriff. Yeah, it's too human, but in a good way. It's like, ooh, no. I mean, that's horrible. Whatever this is horrible. Angels. Could do angels. Troll. Let's just start off with like a weird angel thing. But like, what would that even be? Like, an angel is like what? So I have to look up the descriptions. Is that what? Angel biblical description. The word angel in the Bible is translated from the Hebrew word malach and the Greek word angelos, both meaning messenger. God sends angels to warn, comfort, and guide people by communicating his messages to them. What does the Bible say about angels and angel visual description, maybe? How angels really look according to the Bible. The cherubim, so there's the different ranks of the angels, right? That's the cherub is the lowest rank amongst the four. Oh, I'm gonna pull this in here. In the book of Ezekiel, the prophet's vision depicts them as having four faces, that of a lion, an ox, an eagle, and a human. It's just a chimera. They have straight legs, four wings, and bull hooves for feet that gleam like polished brass. One set of wings covers their body, others is used for flight. Oh my god, that is awesome. That's so good. That's ridiculous. Oh, imagine posting that, right? And then being like, there's an angel. It's like, what have you smoked? And then, hello Dakota, welcome to the stream. You did make it. Guillermo Velasco, welcome to the stream. Oh, you wrote Leprechaun also. Thank you for contributing with Leprechaun. I'm Angel. Like, look at this. Like, have you seen that description? This is ridiculous. 4 wings. Why would they design it like that? Imagine that, like, right? And then being some, kind of slightly drunk biblical writer in the past, right? And then kind of like, what would they meet? It was 3 heads, 4 wings, and then 2 of them are for flying. The other parts are for. Did they have a single foot? Wait, did they say a single foot? No, they have. And bull hooves for feet that gleam. Okay. So it's not like it's just okay. We got something. Even more wings. Angels with even more wings reminds me of Digimon and Jimon. There we go. Look at this. Wow. Digimon. And then there's this one. I'm pretty sure this is what God intended for us all to depict angels like. A muscular man with bullets in his bullets. It's an American ideal of angels. Yeah, just as a bulletproof vest. Okay, let's see here. So angels. This is I like this because we have to incorporate. I'm just gonna write down here the descriptions. They were there. Ignore all this atrocities that are in my tabs. Let's see here. They have what is it? 4 faces. So they have lion face. They have ox face. And they have eagle face, right? It might as well just be Noah's Ark, it's just like, if you have 4, why stop? Just be like, they had all the, like, because it's so easy in a book, right? You can just be like, they had all the faces of all animals. I'm like, oh, but then whoever has to depict, imagine that at some sculpture somewhere, it's like, it's all the faces. You're like, no, why is all the faces? That's probably why they've been simplified over the years. Eagle face. So these are specifically the cherub, the lower angels, right? So they're a little bit more bizarre. Eagle face and a human face. Okay, there is something human in there. Human face, but that's it, right? It's just human face, and then 4 wings, 2 for body. And that's included in the 4 wings. 1 set of wings covers their body. Use the flight, gleam like polish, and then the hooves. Hooves like brass. This is perfect handwriting right here. Oof. I've just put a line under it, nobody can tell. Oh. I should probably adjust the sticky keys. Allow shortcut sticky keys. There we go. Oof. Yeah, just 4 wings. So those are things. The description is far from how we imagine the cherub now. While scholars credit its modern day image to Greek and Roman deities like Cupid, they attribute the detail in the Bible to cultural exchange with ancient Babylonia, Syria, and Egypt. The cherub's function of guarding sacred places and their mixed appearance is similar to that of the Babylonian Lamassu, Egyptian Sphinx, and Hittite Griffin. So there's a little bit of that mixed stuff going on there. A lot of stuff here in the comment. I think it's honestly the first conception that angels were a shifting amalgamation of rapid flowing life. Who are we to say that Digimon aren't angels? Angels with guns. Don't be afraid. Don't come here with 20 faces and wings. Tell me not to be afraid. Let's see here. I think these are the cherub. That's what it is described here at least. Well, I'm not reading the Bible. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that on a stream. Just read through the Bible to make sure. But if somebody wants to find the facts and be like, nope, it's not a cherub. It's actually a seraphim or whatever the fuck. That's also fine. Okay, this is. I'm honestly like kind of. It's messing with my mind a little bit. What am I drawing here? I need the right brush for this. Okay, like this here. Huh. This is weird. Maybe we need to cleanse the space here. So it has. I mean, where to even begin? Because there's wings covering the body. I think we're gonna start off with something humanoid to make it easy for myself here. I need some grounding. Let's see here. Oh, but the hoofs are already stupid. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. We're just gonna do it ugly and fast. Like that, and then like that. There we have something. Yeah, with a contrapposto, and then, even if it needs to have all these pieces, all this crap essentially, I still think posture is everything. Like it's an angel. It has to have a posture of I am better and higher than you, even though I am the lowest angel. But it will come down to the mortal to be like, I've been sent by God. I'm the messenger from God, not you, mortal. That's the kind of that's the attitude I'm imagining you have, especially if you have 4 faces. Then you definitely have that kind of attitude of almightiness. And you kind of. I have a question though, for everyone in the chat. Has anyone seen Delicious in Dungeon? Oh my god. Delicious in Dungeon. I'm using this pose mostly as a, basically as a warm-up for myself here as I'm thinking, and I can feel that I'm not very warmed up here. It's actually kind of horrible. Let's see here. There we go. This is Dungeon, so angry people, you watched it. You watched Delicious in Dungeon. I mean, the worst thing is that I've been watching it with roommate, right? And it's so if you guys don't know it, Delicious in Dungeon is a new anime show on Netflix. And made by Trigger, who did Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann and these kind of things. And their stuff is good. The animation is always amazeballs, and then that kind of stuff. And they do these shorter anime shows, just with a lot of gut and passion, I would say. But Delicious in Dungeon is strange, It is very. It is bizarre. Because essentially Delicious in Dungeon is we're it's kind of like travelers, adventurers in a party, right? And then they go down to this dungeon, and then it just devolves into them only being concerned with how can we eat whatever we kill, and that's what the entire show is about. And they have some of the greatest animators in the world probably hired at Trigger, and they're spending 50% of the energy making beauty food shots. But somehow the show it's it's very intriguing. And the thing is, the story is not really what you're interested in or anything like that. It's very much a like it's a visual show, kind of like it's a what do you call that? Like it's a spectacle show, right? Also, because the world building is quite good in this show. They're really paying attention to like how everything functions in these weird, bizarre dungeons. Like they're putting a lot of intention into like thoughtfulness into like, oh, then this is connected there, and then that, and this works like this, and for some reason they're just doing all that so they can eat the stuff in the end. It's like very bizarre. And the food looks amazing. You know, it's a very bizarre show, and it's out every Thursday. So before every stream, I watch Delicious in Dungeon, and I'm enjoying it. You know. Okay, here we have some annoying prick, and it's a human-like thing. You know, and the thing is, we could go really far away from the whole humanoid thing with this cherub thing. It could be way more like grotesque. If I just hide this guy here, we could be like oh no, it's an ox face, and then it's like and then there's a human here, right? It's like also just it has a little bit of hair, and then there's an eagle, an eagle also. And it could just be this huge blob thing with wings covering its body like this, you know. And then it has hooves. This kind of stuff, like that, and then has more wings, like that. And you are, this is you, you know. And it's like, God sent me, you know, and it's like, oh my God, it's awful. And this guy is like, why, you know, it's like, yeah. And you know, it's that's an angel, right? It could be something like that, but I think that's not really probably not what was intended. It was probably, sure, there was influences, but it still needs to be angelic. If we actually had to put this into a some kind of show or story or visual, I don't know, whatever, then we still want to do a design that feels like, oh yeah, people can get behind that angel. So here we have a person, and I'm gonna scale this guy down a little bit, and then we're gonna make it fly here. I'm gonna take the feet, and we're gonna start transforming those things into what they needed to be, which are kind of these hoof-like things. And they're gonna help this thing fly for some reason. It just feels like if you could fly, you wouldn't want these feet. But maybe that's just not how God sees it. Something like that. Oh, I feel like it's really going the wrong direction already. But that's fine. That's fine. This is an angel. And we're gonna give him a prick face. He's gonna be so smug. Something like that. Or even worse, like, are you worthy? Oh yeah. I'm starting here not because I think that this is what it's gonna look like. I'm just trying to feel out who the character is, and then I think I'll be better at figuring out how we implement the ox head and the eagle head and those kind of things. Does it have four? It has 4 faces, you know, and that's the thing that I think that's an interesting description. That it's 4 faces, not 4 heads, you know, and then we have the wings and stuff that's like covering the body. The wings that's covering the body, that could be stuff that's like, you know, it's coming from here, and then the wings can kind of be the stuff that maybe they act as a kind of like a robe or something. It's just become like a drag queen. But you know, it's if you're wearing 4 faces, then with the level of makeup they're wearing, you know, you could argue that they're wearing 4 faces on top of 1 face. Using your noggin right there. Something. Oh my god, it's very much. If that's fine, you know, it can have a. What would you call it? Like extravagant quality. Like an angel is extravagant, like it's coming down on earth and be like, I was sent by God. If you're saying that, then you're pretty extravagant. No, I got the thing here I need to save. File open recent. Open. Where is the dwarf? Quick access. Wait. This my Photoshop kind of froze. Not the entire Photoshop, just the canvas. So to find a thing that, and my computer's very slow for some reason. There we go. Okay. Then one set for flying. And we'll do this one and then we'll do another one afterwards. This is the warm-up session, you know? Swings are definitely not the best. Oh, I actually think there was also the angels in what it was called, Darksiders. I remember them having also like multiple wings, some of them. These guys had multiple wings, but then these guys just single wings. I'm pretty sure these guys didn't read the Bible. They probably just looked at Digimon and was like, yeah, let's do that. Looking at the things here, what's chat saying? Like the name of it, and food. Oh, it's food. It's just food for a while. Does it have 4 faces? Yeah, exactly. That has the thing. I think blending all the similarities to different animals would emphasize it. I think so too. I mean, I think something like that could be done. I just don't think it's not necessarily super biblical to come up with something that's like a unique creature. More what they do is like, there's a cat over here, and then there's a chicken. We could mix them together, or we could take the ass from one and the front from another one and put them together and be like, this is a unique creature. It's the Philiaca, you know. That's how they, like, that's kind of how they did it. I'm imagining. Wait, what's it? Love it. The posture really says slay. Yeah, it does. Lol. Honestly, dude, I'm imagining. Is this a Deidic from Halo 4? What do they look like? Halo 4. I'm a little bit behind on the chat there, but I will get there. What the hell are they? Are they like the Forerunner stuff? Yeah, I mean that's an angel, right? There you go. Greg writes, I once had a dream I spoke to an alien that was like 6 different beings in one body, one as a head, one as a chest, twin for a floating head that rotates. Do you think that faces fight each other over who's gonna use the ox cord? What? That's why you should only draw in TV Paint. Never freezes. Okay, great. Okay, I'm up. I'm caught up. I don't know what words are anymore. Then we have to. Okay, what if we do something like they're all just stacked on top of each other, like weirdness. Kind of the ox thing, because it had the head of an ox, but it feels like the head of an ox could very easily also be a body thing, right? It could be like, what if we did something where it's just like an armor or something, and then I should probably actually look at an ox, because who can just draw an ox from memory? Not me. You know, maybe the ox head is like a piece of armor or something. Like that. And we have it there. Oh, this is a terrible ox. Just like that. It looks like with just the ox, it looks more like some I don't know, like a Native American god or something, if you're being completely racist and know nothing else about it. Okay, let's see here. And then it could be like a weird eagle. Or should the eagle be in the top? And then what was the other head? It was the the lion face, right? I forgot. I was thinking like maybe the lion face could be on the head, and then there could be like a lion thing on top here. If you watched the Delicious Dungeon, you would know that there is a lion head in Delicious Dungeon, at least in today's episode, or in the latest episode. Lion head. Like that. And then the eagle head just on top, and it's just this ridiculously tall hat. Guys, this is I'm trying to draw a four-winged angel alongside you, but so far I've just made a fucked up butterfly. You know, guys, look, this is you didn't know, but this is what an actual angel is supposed to look like. You know, like all the other, it's just all wrong. This is what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like a drag queen with poofs. Oh, you know, let's I will draw another one. I think this was not the best so far. It'll just we can do better. We can do better. So here we are with these guys. These guys that get to be on top here, and I just want to put in some some stuff here. Yeah, we should go to the Vatican and be like, yo, Pope. We gotta tear down some of this stuff here around. Gotta replace it with drag queens. And they'd be like, no, I mean, we know what you're trying to do. It's like, no, listen, like, it's in the Bible. Yeah, I'll show you. You probably haven't read it. Let's see, let's do like this here. Give it a little fill-in color here. Dip. Sep. 70. Also, this stream is sponsored by Dwarves. I mean, it's not sponsored by Dwarves. That's a total lie. Sorry, that was a lie. That was a joke. If Dwarves, if you're watching this, Harbo, if you're watching this, don't sue me. Even though they are kongelig hofleverandør, which means that they deliver goods to the royalties. Which basically any fucking brand can get that. That's for tax reasons. Let's see, can we use that to... Yeah, we can. I mean, straight up, this is just like Drag Queen Ultra. But this what apparently this is what they're supposed to look like. I didn't make this up. It's not my fault. It is not my fault. But it is my fault that the drawing is what it is. Okay, let's see here. So they have brass. No, it did it again. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn off the that setting there. I think it's down in flick panning. Yeah, that makes it go boom. There we go. It's annoying. Do I really want to do this in layers, or should I just commit and be like, yeah. Take that one and move it from this one here. Invert. There we go. Then this one can just be the one. There we go. Ta-da! And then everything can just get a little bit of color treatment here. Two wings to... And we still want to make it somewhat nice, you know? Like let's try to make this kind of work. This is the worst bull ever. It's the worst bull ever here. This started off so well. I was like, oh, let's just make some cool fantasy creature, and then it's like, let's do this Bible thing. All right, I did pick it. I did pick it from the suggestions. Maybe it's this thing where all this stuff kind of just conforms into one bizarre being, and the body is golden, but maybe the hands are like this. Sure, that's what we do. That's what we do. And then some kind of bizarre shine here. You whoop, doing. It's a little bit space-like, I would say. And I feel like this golden aspect would really give it that justification for being like glowing, you know. The sun just has to shine off this stuff, and then you're like, oh, turn that light off, my guy. This is an angel. Bet you didn't know that. I kind of want to do. Oh, maybe like. I think that actually contrasts kind of nicely with having like a darker skin, and then like the white wings. I don't know if the wings should be white, but that just feels more like, you know, clouds and those kind of things. I think that makes a lot of sense. I forgot to put music on. Why didn't anyone say anything? Should the wings have eyes? Why should the wings have eyes? Should the wings have... This is like... Well, this was a good angel wing warm-up. It's very strange. It's but hey, you know. I bet you've never seen an angel like this before. I mean, it's still kinda angel. Like, I think if you showed this to someone, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that could be an angel just because of the wings." It isn't as monstrous or bizarre. We could probably make something that's a little bit more creature-like, which I think that'd be interesting. This was one approach, but I'm gonna. I haven't written eyes on the list. It didn't say, there was nothing about eyes, unless I'm bad at reading. This was a Malakim here. Oh, you have to create an account to read the full story. You know, look, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Oh, it's interesting. Oh, no, don't. Biblically accurate angels. Oh, that one's great. Look at that one. Above him stood the seraphim. Each had 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, and with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. 2 he covered his face. There's just like a body with no. That's. Cherub angels do not have cherub cheeks, appear as babies or really like most artists depictions. Describe, including wheels covered in eyes. Wait, what? Found in Ezekiel, where the prophet attempts to describe angels through a series of images, including wheels covered in eyes. Don't have. The donkey saw the angel of Lord standing in the road with a drawn sword in his hand. Thus the donkey turned off the road and went into the field. This passage we see that the Balaam didn't see the angel. Angels can be invisible to us. Well, that would have been easy to draw. His waist, his body was like beryl, his face like appearance of lightning, his eyes like flaming torches, his arms and legs like the gleam of burnished bronze. Well, actually, you know what? The gleam of burnished I mean, and of course the most bizarre, the entire bodies, including their backs, hands and wings, were full of eyes all around, as were their 4 wheels. What? That's cool. This sounds a lot cooler than these lame-o angels we've been getting for over 100 years. I'm seeing a lot, like, we can do something more like spirit-like. I think that would be cool. Way more creature-like. I really like this idea of the eyes everywhere. Okay. Okay, this was a good warm-up, but I want to draw something way more fucked up. Way more fucked up. But this is, let's call him Angel. There we go. This needs a little bit of thinking here. Yeah. I almost want to have a need to draw a human for some reason down here to just relate to. This is you and I. This is us. Our pathetic little body here. Wait, we have a little bit of shoulder. I just saved. It's fine. I saved. But thank you, Schultz. You know, and Schultz is great company in these streams, but another thing, and it shames me to say this, he's also a great reminder for me to save, and like 50-50 I'm thinking of Schultz as like a great person, but also as like a saving clock, right? Like, so at some point Schultz was like, save. I'm like, okay, amazing. So it's kind of like, if Schultz isn't on the stream, I'll be like, oh no, I might lose all my progress if Schultz is not there. So that's pretty good. Okay, let's see here. I hope you can live with that, Schultz. That's just, you know, it's S for save, I see. Let's see here. I still want to do this, like the head stuff. I still think like maybe it's the wrong tool for it. Maybe I just need something more drawn, like we just have something very, very strange. We start somewhere and then we kind of just gonna let it be. We do the human head thing here first. So this is an angel. We're gonna do an angel here. I'm just gonna start with this bizarre kind of head thing, like a human head thing, and then it will not be a human. Like, it will not be like human proportions or anything like that, but we're just gonna have this face here. That's gonna be part of the motive, and that's kind of the, I'm imagining that's the communicator. That's how we communicate with this thing, this angel. And so on and so forth. Yeah, this. And then we have the bird, maybe the bird, the eagle comes in like this. I don't want to capture that angelic feeling still, but I think that might become quite difficult. I'm just gonna look up an eagle head here. So I wonder what kind of eagle. I think bald eagle is not necessarily the best eagle here. What if we say like, let's see. Maybe a bald eagle's fine. Let's see. And then it just looks a bit more like it's a weird bird head. Maybe I need some kind of what if it's like a seal person? Okay, let's go. Let's go. The creature does have hooves. And it has wings that covers its body. But it like the way that something covers its body is kind of like, I guess an eagle covers its body with its wings, or most birds, right? They kind of have, you know, the way that they cover themselves like that. It could be that kind of a way, or like a swan or something. And then we're gonna close the eyes to make it seem a bit more angelic. This is how it always works. You close the eyes and then it feels more intelligent and more. We have nice lips here. It's a very interesting design task, this, because there's some excellent ridiculous reference. Maybe it's this thing where this whole creature is just quite big and weird. You know what? You know what just struck me now? What struck me? If you look at Evangelion, right? And look at the angels in Evangelion. Don't they just have like eyes and stuff on them? Or is that just me? There must be like lots of references to that kind of weirdness. Like, you know, there's just like eyes and things. And I guess I didn't really put two and two together before now. It's like, yeah, right, they just have tons of eyes on them. And they have these like weird, I mean, they're pretty alien still, but there's these like subtle references. There was another one somewhere where, no, not that, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is either. There was some, yeah, there, with the eyes there. You know, some kind of weirdness in that sense. And then maybe still an eagle head, maybe on like a more like an elongated. I want this to be very small. Maybe there's like feathers. They kind of found this thing. You know what I mean? Oh, still music. Isn't it a Valkyrie? I guess it's like a Valkyrie. Okay, actually we're on the halfway mark right now, so we're gonna do a 5-minute break, and then we're gonna come back to this angel. I'm not seeing it right now. I might start over actually. I'm just gonna. I know this might be annoying for some of you guys, but I like the head thing. But yeah, okay, we're gonna take a 5-minute break, and then I'll come back, and then we'll continue on this this angel thingamajig. So see you in a bit. Back in town. Back in town. How long was that actually? That was pretty good. Okay. I got to think a little bit. I'm gonna try just a fresh approach here. Symmetry. No, not okay. There we go. Let's try this weirdness here. No. I'm still working on my first one. I think more than I've already had one hidden by Dwarves today, so it's already too much. It does feel it should just be like an eagle wings, maybe, or like. Just want to see what these kind of things look like. Just looking at some wing references here on my side monitor. I guess the wings are a bit more like that kind of. And then we have that kind of stuff here, and this kind of stuff here, like so, like so, like so, like so, like so. Some kind of wing stuff, and then yeah, then then what? Then we have something where the body has to be covered by wings, and we could do something like this here. It's also, this is just to help like figure out what the hell this is, because there's just a lot of elements, and I honestly don't have a great idea of what exactly is going on. Let's see. Kind of like that the wings, they cover the whole thing like we had with the first one. Thought that was an interesting element. And then these like hoof feet, they kind of exist somewhere in there. This looks ridiculous. And then maybe we'll do something very strange. We'll give the head here, it'll get to be very high up, potentially, and then we'll have these long bizarre arms, very small chest here. Yeah, actually, kinda, I'm feeling something now. This is more, it's more the stuff that I want here. And yeah, sure, the body can be weird and long like this. We just need to get these hooves set up somehow. Okay, I'll do that after. What I want is to create this this head here, and it's gonna be we could make it into a cross, would that be cool? Kind of like with the arms and the legs also. Then legs come down there. A little bit too low resolution here. I'm gonna increase the res, image size. It's centimeters, yes, that's how everyone likes to work. Let's get 6,000 going here. The Balder soda, no, I've never had the Balder soda before. Hello there, Shadon, welcome to the stream. We are creating angels based on the actual descriptions. Then they said just eyes everywhere, no? Often. I want to incorporate the eyes. I want to incorporate the eyes here. Aha. Something is coming alive here. I just noticed that William's been missing from the thumbnails. Yeah, it's just been lazy. Literally just been lazy. I can put myself back into thumbnails. I feel like it's it was just like an extra step putting myself into thumbnails. So I was like, maybe I can. Nobody will care. And then now I'm wrong. Like Plex is like, no, I did care. I was like, damn it. Now I feel obligated to put it back in. There. Okay. And then I was thinking that the other heads could be here along. So we'll have the eagle head here. That'll be like a weird totem thing. This one will also get an eye. A little bit bigger. And like a lion, right? Right, you see a lion from the front here. Front. Like that, like that, like that. And sure, it is all the hair and stuff. That's probably good enough here. Let's see if I can find eagle from the front and get something a little more. That's actually not too bad, this one. Maybe just a little bit wider of a head here. And then maybe this kind of a thing. I want to keep that streamlined side there. That is the lion head also. Maybe all the eyes are closed. Like that. Also the eagle's eyes. Well, I guess... How the hell... Birds, they have a weird thing with their eyes, right, when they close them. Bird. Because they kind of just wrap like a... They have that like thing where they wrap the thing, but I guess they have normal-ish lids also. There, so all the... They have eyes closed because they all have eyes in the... in there. And then they have... You know what this reminds me of? Some of the creatures from the Pathless. The Pathless. And bull front, or ox front, more an ox. An ox front here, let's see. Looking at a bull head here, we can get that kind of a thing happening, and then ox, bull face front maybe. But the horns, it is a little bit hard to tell. But something like that. When you have the four heads like that, kind of just slung together. So it also needs an eye. Like that. And then, yeah, then we have the wings again. Kind of want to see the eagle wings. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Then let's do the legs here. I don't know exactly what's happening here, but we do have that thing where its body is going to be like brass. This is a little bit closer to something that I actually think could be kind of cool. Like if you had to do a bizarre interpretation of angels based upon the actual descriptions, then this is kind of interesting. I kind of like just the long, weird neck. And then here we have this going on. And then whatever kind of knee thing happening here. I forgot the music again. Well, nobody's telling me I want to put the music on. It's just nice. Video store is there. Horizon. Stream. There we go. Music. Stream playlist. And can we all hear the music? we can all hear the music. Might be a little bit loud. Okay, here we go like this. Then we have to bring it over here. But then actually have some hooves here. Let's see, like this here. The legs are quite small. Kind of want these long hoofs. It's funny the whole hoof thing, because it also kind of matches with you know, Satan having hooves, or cloves and stuff. There's a parallel there. You sent me something. Where did you send it? Oh, where did you send? Oh my god. Do we have a Paul original? Let's see. So Angry People in the chat has also created an angel. Oh my god. I love it. God commands you to stop masturbating for like 5 minutes, dude. For the last time. No. And the angel, this is good. The twist of the wings is great. Oh, in the face there. But you forgot like 7 of the features. Or maybe, oh, these are one of the bigger ones. These are the seraphim. Oh my god, this is great. Look at that. Oh yeah. You all gotta go follow Paul. I'll give you your Instagram right here. Let's see. Angry People Studios. You gotta go follow Angry People Studios and watch his animation bullshit. It's great. For the last time. Oh yeah. This is the children. It's the stream for children. So let's just go away. You know, we're trying to. You know, we're depicting God here. You know, and his followers, his disciples. It's the divine. Beep, beep, beep. There we go. Great. Humor. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. We got that stuff going on there. Oh, I love this head. It's exactly what I want. Weirdness. But now I'm just thinking about this like weird seraphim with like contorted wings, just like completely folding everything together. I was looking at these wings here. Eagle wings. Want to create a few more layers of this kind of stuff here. See the power of symmetry here. You imagine if we gave it horns. Just whoop. No, I don't like that. It's okay. I really want to give this one more eyes. Oh. More eyes here. I was also thinking exactly here, but now that angry people did it, then what am I to do? Oh, I turned symmetry off like a moron. I was just saying, oh, it's so great. I turned it on because it was annoying to have in front of everything. Hide symmetry. There we go. And the eyes and the hands, of course. Oh, I didn't see that coming. That is awesome. Not just one eye there was actually like that. Maybe one. It's like one down here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Maybe one's in the chest. Oh, this makes it look like a face. I don't like that. One big one in the center. Yeah, that's okay. What about right there? Wait, no, this makes it look like superhero. I don't like that. Yeah, that's better. It's like on the shoulders here. Is it on the shoulders? No. I mean, something like that. There's 6 eyes there. That feels kind of appropriate. And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of digging this. Is it just me who's just like, oh yeah? But this kind of feels a little bit cool. I quite like the big wing shape. They kind of have this nice doof doof like that. And then these ones are a little bit more elegant. And they're not quite covering the body, but they're kind of covering the body. And then the weird totem head thing with all the different kind of people on board here. It's quite angelic. I mean, it feels angelic, no? Maybe not biblical, but according to them, this is the most biblical thing. It's just them who are wrong. They don't know how to draw their own stuff. They're just like, no, 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 it should look like this. This kind of stuff. Sure, it's a bit of a cliche, but if it works, it works. You know, it's also a cliche that like big muscles look great, but you know. The side view, yeah, sure. That's it's not a bad thing. I'm just gonna make this music become less music because it's a bit too much. Yeah, what would it look like from the side? We could try down here to see what without symmetry. There we go. And just be like, okay, we have the totem head thing going on here. That maybe it even curves out a little bit. Maybe it reaches all the way up there. to that thing. No, this isn't Monster Garden. I just totally tricked you with the title. We're redesigning angels based on actual biblical descriptions. What would that be there? Do I need that for like a measurement thing here? I'll just take this copy, Control V there. I'm gonna try to do the head from the side at the Schultz request. Because I was thinking about it myself, and I think that's a super interesting point. What does it feel like from the side? Let's try that there. Thanks for watching, angry people. Looking forward to see you at every single other stream that will ever come. Whatever. But have a good night. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the humor. Thanks for the angel. Big hugs and kisses. 100%. Oh, that's great. I'm very appreciative of Paul joining. Paul is synonymous with Angry People Studios. Paul is a friend. I've known the guy for what, 10 years now. Met at drawing school, and the first thing I remember sitting next to him, as we're like, it was like a classical drawing school, and I sat next to him. And then I was like, you know, you have to greet people. I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, hey, what's up? I was like, what's your name? He's like, my name is Paul. Well, it's Paul Tisby. I was like, well, actually, that's not really my name. But my actual name is August. Like August. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, oh, I'll take... he's like, August Nicholson. Nicholson, whatever. And I'm like, wait, what's Paul Tisby? Well, that's my fake name and my fake last name, but that's what people call me. Wait, Paul? It's like, yeah, but well, technically also, it's just my parents who called me August. My actual name is Peter August, but my parents called me August. I'm like, why the fuck are you called Peter then? And everyone calls you Paul Tisby. I'm like, and literally, then my brain fried and exploded because it was hilarious. And then we had to do a circle where everyone had to tell something about themselves, and then they basically then he told the same thing. So that was funny. Okay, let's see here. Get this angel thing. Going here. The stream isn't ending. Why would it end? What? No, it's just Paul who went by. Did the people just drop? I was like, no. Maybe that was confusing. Let's see here. Something like that, maybe. My dad's nickname is Fido. Been like that since he was 5 years old. Like one of his friends, like no. Okay, nobody knows his real name exactly. Paul is an animator for Angry People Studios. He's an animator. It's a great animator. And then now comes the tricky bit, right? It's like, what does this eagle thing look like? Well, you know what? It's just gonna be an eagle. Your dad's a biker. Oh. Your real name is Angel. Like Angelo. Or just Angel. Or Angelica. Eagle face. Yeah, it's gonna be like that. Why not? I should probably give it a smaller beak. There's still time. Still time to fix it. And then here we have this. Lion side. Now we gotta do the lion thing here. This eagle became way too big. I really should just have created like a little bit of a guide here. I was being lazy. No. Okay. What? I can't. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. It's nice if it follows that rhythm there. Okay, let's see here then, like that. that here. And honestly, this is super fun. Like I'm having a blast with this stuff here. I hope it's somewhat entertaining to look at. I'm also trying to do somewhat of a good job actually, because I'm kind of getting into this one, so I'm not super talkative. But please, do your work with the keyboard? Totox asks. Yes, I work with the keyboard. You see, I have a tablet like this. And it's disgusting, but it has buttons on it. Never clicked those buttons ever in my life. I definitely use the keyboard. So my setup is like, I'm gonna draw it out actually. My setup is switching back. There we go. My setup is like this. So I have a desk like this, and then I have a monitor here, which is like a 27-inch. 27. Then I have a monitor here, which is a 24-inch. A monitor here, which is also a 24-inch. Then I have a keyboard that is like right here ish. It's a little bit on the left side, that's what I'm trying to illustrate. It's a keyboard, you know, it has buttons. It's a keyboard, has the numpad, you know, there's that thing there, and has the main section, you know, it's a keyboard. Then I have my mouse pad that sits right here, like this, and my mouse pad actually goes under my monitor, like that, which is very important because my monitor has these feet that are like this, like a angle. My mouse is there. Whoop. Yep, that's my mouse. Then my computer is right here. I have a desktop, and it's there. Then right here on the table, there's a camera, and that's the camera right there. And that's the one that's filming me. Whoop, it's right there. Actually, it's more like whoop, 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 whoop. Camera, cam. Then I have my tablet. Now we're getting to it. My tablet is like this. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then I'm gonna draw me. Here's me. Here's my fingers. Little sausages. There we go. That's my fingers. And here's my shirt. And then I sit right here. And this is me from above. I have some headphones on. Here's my hair. And here's my other arm. And it's coming in like this. And then I have a chair. Like this. There we go. And then I have a little pen. Like that. So, the thing is that the most important thing for me is that like this space here is just, it's essential, you know, it's like it clears the space so the tablet is there. Then the space here from the tablet to the table, very important. The more distance I can have right there, the better. So I'm actually pushing my keyboard as far away as I can, that way and that way, and that way this part of my arm can rest on the table. Like, and that gives me better drawing comfort. And then I try to sit as kind of upright as possible. I try not to hunch too much, and then just like resting my arms on the table so I can draw for longer, essentially. And here's my nose. Well, actually, it doesn't look like that from above. It looks more like. There we go. Okay, here we go. It's my nose. There we go. Oh, that looks like something completely fucking different. Just please ignore that drawing. That was, you know, it's never gonna look like anything else now. Like, okay, you know what? Nope, that ruined it. That ruined it. Let's get back to this angel thing. Now you know. I use a keyboard for drawing, and that was my setup. Maybe nobody really asks, but I thought it was hilarious. Oop. Okay, so we just gotta get the eyes here. Oh, I'm looking at the lion side here. No! That is the lion there. I want to see if I can get the eyes in for these ones. The eagle, that's kind of the... Still don't speak here. We gotta do something about it. More like this. And then maybe move this down. That's still an eagle. Alright, it's still an eagle. And then we can get the eye in here. Why does the bird have to be so aerodynamic? You know, it's annoying because I want to put an eye on this head. There. I want to put one there. And then we have the ox, so ox side. Bull side. Bulls have quite kind of flat profiles because of the way that their eyes and their mouth is just always oriented towards like eating. Let's see here. Then we have that sort of stuff going on there. Some bulls here, just trying to get the right kind of feeling like that. And then this thing here, maybe something like that, like that, like that. Lines there, then an eye right there. That's what it looks like from the side, basically, which is a little bit weird, but why not? Why not? Maybe we can have that thing going on there. I don't know, for some reason I wanted it over there. Makes no difference, I can just flip the image. Is it flipped? Yeah, it's the right way. Okay, let's try to give this guy a little bit of color. So I'm gonna last use symmetry here. hide symmetry. And then we have our guy here. Let's give it a little bit of color. I have to close this guy up. There. You know, I would love like a way better magic wand. You know, sometimes you can use select subject and you'll be like, oh, select the subject, and then it'll figure it out. But nope. Sample all layers, select subject, select the subject. Just know what I want. Know what I want. You see, if it could just, you know, if it could just select exactly the thing. Oh, by the way, yes. The real question is, where would a tie go? Like on a sauropod? Sauropod? There we go. Long neck dinosaurs, you know, that's the joke. Like, does the tie go all the way up here or all the way down there? The answer is always all the way down here. On a human, the tie doesn't sit up here, it sits here. And save. There you are. I got you, Schultz. Or actually, you got me. You got my back. My backup. Pun. You got my backup. You know, ultimate stream master right here. Are there stream awards? Is that a thing? I will win. You all have to go vote for me on the stream awards. Yep. Pretty sure I'll beat those big ones that I don't even know what they're called. Close up, close up, close up. Yep. Okay, come on, come on. Come on, babe. No, that's the wrong one. Okay, so all that stuff there, so we're missing something in the wings here. What are we missing? Some funky stuff in here, maybe? Maybe some of these loose ass ghost lines. Something's there. Come on, give me what I want. Yes! Colors though. And then we say select, modify, contract by 2. Yeah, that's fine. Now we have this guy. We could clean up the line just like that. Okay, now it's the question. Yeah, that one, Plexi, the technique actually you're talking about, that works pretty well. I was taught when I was working on a gig like 3 years ago or something. There was an art director who showed me this trick. Instead of lighten, we use screen, but lighten can also work. I think screen, lighten might crunch the values. Screen will maintain whatever underneath it, but then just kind of brighten it up a little bit. So generally, it's less likely to destroy stuff, where lighten might remove something else. But it works. I'm totally with you. It's a good technique. I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, I always just adjust it. Then I just adjust it with like curves or something like that. But I feel like I have more control than with lighten. Okay. Colors here. I think I wanna. Yeah. What should we do for the colors? It's actually hard to. Still feel like, you know, wings should be. It's just as soon as you make them dark, then it feels like they're evil, right? But they don't have to be. But But let's layer a little bit of color here. I'm gonna use this like weird brush that has some color dynamics to just bring in a little bit of variation, maybe a little bit of orange. Make the hands and the blushing around the rim of the eyes red. Yeah, I mean, let's do something like that. You know, I can give the actually, because wings have a little bit of like a what's it called, a structure to them in terms of like, or a leveling in terms of like the outer wing, the outer feathers, and then the further we get into kind of the more core things here. If we look at this one, for example, you see like the blackness here, and then they get more towards the brownness there. We could do something like that, where maybe we have something, maybe not that way, but actually the opposite way, because then we can get something darker here, and then that can contrast the eye. Actually, that's pretty cool. Like that, and then a little bit like that, and then maybe something a bit more like that. We do the same thing here ish. And then like that kind of. Just letting some of these colors kind of shine through. I think that's be quite nice. And then maybe a little bit of a darker background here to see the colors more clearly. And then the thing is that the body was this like kind of golden brass thing, and I really want to try to incorporate that again. I thought that was cool actually. Maybe not exactly that tone there. Yeah, it did say just the hooves, but then there was this other one where the entire body or the arms was also like the brass. Maybe I will see. Okay, I will see if because it did say the arms, not the hands. Maybe it's this thing where it should be on top of the hands instead. But let's do it like that. Let's do it like that. And then maybe something. Could be something kind of bizarre like this, yeah? Don't know if that's the right. Yeah, I like that more. It's kind of something like that. And do you ever use fill layers? I sometimes use them for base color and add contrast with blend modes. Fill layers. You mean just like having a color, like an entire field here, like this, and then just kind of use that? Is that what you mean? This brass body thing. See, that's kind of that's the tricky bit about this whole thing is still have to kind of follow the... Oh, okay, how are we gonna do this actually, like shine-wise? Should we just do it like how it's kind of like there, and then it should be more this thing where it's like it's been click the button that's next to the, wait. Create a new fill layer. No, never do this. I never create anything from here, basically. So like that. No, I don't do that. But I might create a layer and then I might click a layer. I might make a layer, fill out with color, and then create a mask on it if that's create the same kind of effect. I also very rarely work with adjustment layers. It happens sometimes when I'm doing environments and stuff, but then there's a lot of layer work kind of involved in general, I think. And then it kind of makes sense. That is so weirdly alien. But that's what the Bible describes this, you know? It's like, yep, this is what it looks like. Didn't say anything about a long neck, but it said 4 faces, and in order to fit 4 faces, you need a long neck. Not really super brass like, is it? Just gonna look at some brass here. Brass, not brasserie, brass. Yes, good old brass. What kind of underlying color could that be? Be more like that, and then a little bit brighter, just maybe a little bit warmer. That's the thing here. And then this thing feels all right, honestly. And then we just want a little bit of darker hues maybe for reflection. Too much. But it said polished brush, right? It has to be too polished, right? Also have a little bit of... These are some of my favorite things about metals. Is that like right around where there's a bunch of bounciness, where they keep bouncing themselves, like the materials, you'll get these like quite saturated areas. You'll see it on, for example, here. Whoa, what's happening here? You see inside this trumpet here. Then inside the trumpet itself, it becomes more and more orange, and that's because metals, right? They only reflect a certain wavelength. They tint the reflections basically. And the more it gets to like only bounce around its own reflections, the more it's gonna go towards its natural kind of color, and then it just like it becomes like that, which I think is super awesome. You also see it on gold and stuff like that. It will have that like saturation when it only bounces its own light. You can use that as a shorthand, just like around your stuff. Just like bouncy bouncy. I think it's super cool. One of those material facts that are just awesome. It's very strange with this full body thing here. I'm also not entirely sold on it yet, because it could also be that, you know, maybe it was just like just the feet. I do like the contrast a lot more when it's just the feet. It kind of makes this feel special. Versus like this is a little bit more. Don't know yet. Don't know yet. I remain open. Just gonna get these eyes here. These eyes like that. Like that. Eyes. Eyes. Eyes, eyes, and then I have these guys here. I mean, they could be all the same kind of color, as long as they somewhat stand out. It's okay if it's a white lion, for example, and a white bull. Like, all these things kind of exist. Or white ox, I guess. This gives us a little bit of white eagle, those kind of things. I guess the eyes don't contrast as much when it's like that, but does have a certain quality there. Maybe this fingers should be like this. Oh, is that what you wrote, Dakota? Purple? Yeah, I think purple actually. It could be. It also it contrasts with the wings there. Expand the lighter tone of the body, cutting into the dark shade more, leaving... Wait, Slothfang wrote something earlier. Then you wrote like... Maybe I missed that. First time comment, lever, long time lurker. How's your day so far? My day was great. There we go. Expand the lighter tone of the body, cutting into the dark shade more, leaving the crevice of the body the orange brass coloring. Yeah. I just need to look at this for a little bit. Just look at what I like. I do kind of like it. It's a little bit clown-like there with the heads. But it's like white masks. I just want to see if what if I give it like this? What if I give it dark heads? No, nowhere near as much. I feel like the white faces stuff, it really, it makes them pop, right? And then you feel like they're important in the way that they're contrasted. I do like that the eyes there are so clear. Maybe there's something to be done about that. The face could be a little bit better, but and then the body here. Let's try let's try. It's almost like kind of cool when it's more, when it's brighter even. And it's more like a white gold almost. Kind of like that a bit more. It's more angelic, I think. Should I keep the body like this? Yeah, I'll keep the body like this. And then like this here. We're redesigning angels, if anyone new to the stream is here. We're redesigning angels. We didn't even get to talk about the dwarves in the beginning, but I think that doesn't matter. This is way more interesting. Ooh, shiny. Ooh, I'm blinded by the light. Okay. Should we do some shadow? Or do angels just not have shadows? I want to do a little bit of highlight here, just to expand the form. There we are, there we are. Then let's try putting a little bit of shadow stuff here. Multiply, it'll be this kind of bluish thing. Very light touch. Maybe something in here. It really doesn't need shadow, right? It's like it could be shadowless. Gonna make sure that it's a shadow and not a color. Like that. Okay. I'm just trying to, I'll probably not turn this on. I think it's it absorbs a little bit. I mean, I kind of like the darker stuff. It looks a little bit cool, but now it becoming more like a, God, still, I mean, oof, I like it. You know, there's something with the head that makes it feel kind of owl-like. Oh. Damn, this is difficult. Now the body just even more like the brass kind of, I mean, don't you think arm direction and wing feathers directions are fighting for attention? No, I think it's okay. Like, I think it's fine. Yes, I mean, should the wings have shine? It's just like, maybe they should have shine. I mean, I know that the body needs to have shine. So what I'm thinking is that, like, right now there's a good material contrast, right, where the wings are more matte, right? A little bit more matte, a little bit more rough, like wings kind of are. Like wings can have a little bit of shine, but they don't have this level of shininess. And in this way, we have this like material contrast thing going on, where we got something very shiny here and something dull here. If we shine up the wings, which we could also do, then it just the whole thing becomes like this big beacon of shininess. The one thing you could do it for is to be like, okay, if we really want to contrast the faces, right? Like these guys, then you could shine up everything in the same way as like the body, and then this would really contrast. For a quick demonstration, I can just show you what I'm thinking here. Can I bring this down? I'll bring this down underneath there. So it's just the body there. Okay, cool. Then I could bring in this guy. And this is just for a demonstration. But I think it's a good point nonetheless. Whoa. It's just for trying it here. Like so. Then you can have a, let's just grab the right color here. There we go. Then in a very similar way, we could have this shine here on the wings. And it's all very like holy and that kind of stuff, you know. So they'd be like, okay, now everything is brass and shiny in that kind of way. And you know, it has its own kind of appeal here. You know, like now there's like a very good contrast with the head there, but I feel like we're missing a little bit of the. I feel less angel now and more like god kind of thing. I guess angels are kind of like gods. You know, if it's like it's moving quite far away from the things. I mean, maybe if the eyes were still there and stuff like that. I don't hate it at all. I think it's an interesting angle also. You know, but I feel like this just has a little bit of. It's kind of this like weirdness that the body is made of brass. You pay attention to it, like, oh, there's a brass body, that's kind of strange. Where here it's just like, oh, okay, everything is just this golden like show. Those kind of things. But I quite like that, like this pure contrast between the madness here and the gold. Also, it's also kind of cool. Golden tips. Golden tips. Golden tips. It kind of feels like it would feels quite fantasy to me to put golden tips on the things. I mean, it is kind of fantasy, the thing we're doing right now, but it's just adding a little bit of flair, you know. How would I actually do this? Golden tips. It's not bad. I mean, design-wise, it works. It's not like that. But it also, I think it feels like that's the kind of thing that they would have mentioned that in the Bible if there was like specifically golden tip wings. Where here we're like, what kind of It's like brass hooves, brass body, shiny kind of stuff. Cutting it off, four faces. I don't know. It's, but this is also good. It's not a bad idea at all. Like if you were like, it kind of has a nice, especially the way the arm kind of, and then pew 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 pew. There's a very nice holistic like compositional connection with like this stuff. It's kind of like that kind of motion right there. It's happening within the wings, connecting. So it's like shooting out there, and then it feels nice. I like it. It's a lot of good, interesting lines here happening here. I like that. These ones. Yeah, this was fun. This was great. I love this. That's just the best. You guys are the best. This was awesome. I feel like we should end on a high. But this was great. I love this. We made an angel. I feel like we have to do like a little graphic composition. Let's see. I also like that. It's like a glass body almost. I really like this design. Okay, if we wanted to present this in a cool way, then what would we actually have to do here? So the first thing is we need a really cool font. Where do you go to get cool fonts? Do you know where you go to get cool fonts? You go to dafont.com. Then you like angel. And then we look for medieval. What about Roman Greek? Celtic. That one's kind of nice. I like that one. Magnarum serif. Let me get that one. Install. Yes, I want to use that font. You can also use Google Fonts. To not use the fonts. Why? Why not use the fonts? If you have to work for like graphic work and stuff like that, like actual graphic and print and stuff, you should use proper fonts, like either bot fonts or Google Fonts actually have an amazing library of open source fonts that you can use. That font is very good if you're doing illustrative work and things like that. It's like things that are just, I mean, they only exist like to be like this. Just because there's a lot more wacky stuff going on, and most of them are not like really complete. But if you're doing like proper graphic printed work and stuff like that, then I would not recommend using the font. You can use it for logos and things like that, but not things that needs to be used across a website or something like that. I mean, that's exactly right, Plexi. Like they're problematic also. It's that's not wrong. Angel, there we go. Did you make little works for Black Horizon? Did I make little works for Black Horizon? I did not continue uploading stuff on the wiki. I'm very sorry. I really wanted to, but I got very busy, and I even promised it last time. You make your own typography. That's awesome. I've always wanted to make my own, and I got close so many times. When you make your own typography, what do you do? I'm very curious actually about this because I really wanted to. Angel orders. So we have the cherub. Cherub. Oh look, it makes these guys go together. Whoa, that's cool. That's cool. That's kind of nice. Cherub. Cherubim, I think that's that seems a little bit more fun. Yeah, I like that. Angel cherubim. And maybe we can get like literally what tools to use to make your font. Also, so you, I was thinking, I guess I was like, do you make like making your own actual font to use to like for typing? Because sometimes I'm doing some like world building project stuff, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool to make a font to, you know, either for like a made up language or something like that. Triangle. You're telling me to do a triangle. Triangle. I mean, I don't hate it. Should I do a proper one? I should just draw it. Oh, going right through the eyes. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's see if I get a like a proper triangle going here. Triangle tool. Like that. I mean, the triangle has to be this way, right? That's kind of, it's in the cards. The heart of the cards. Whatever that stroke here, fill, boink. 5, 10. Probably just something that's big enough to encompass everything here, and then in the back. Wait, what the hell is that? Is that like a tiny micro triangle thing? What are you doing there? No, die. Can I delete you? No. Do I have to? How do I make that part go away? Ah. There. Okay. Triangle with anamorphic flare lines. Okay, that's what I did. That's what I did. That's what I did. Yeah, anamorphic flare lines. That sounds pretty cool. So I need. Yeah, I need to create like those lines, and I think you can do that by going to. to polygon tool, I think, and then just going nuts, and then setting this to from center. Save. Oh my god, I love Schultz. 2 pixels. Okay, star ratio from center. Damn it. How is it you make the star? Star ratio 10? 5? Oh yeah, there we go, there we go. Whoops. Star ratio 0. Okay, that doesn't work. It has to be something. 1 smooth star intense. Sure. One color, yeah, that's fine. Okay. No, what is this? Okay. There we go. Something like that. And then we need to go in here. Then we're gonna say, is it stroke instead? And then no fill. And then something like this kind of. Yeah, then we just gotta get this triangle thing going here. And this guy needs this stuff here, and it needs to be filled with red, sure. Just set it to black so we know what we're doing. And it's gonna have no stroke. There we go. Then that one gets to be in there. And this one gets to be multiply? No. This one has fill of no. We take this one and we make it a mask for this one. Then we don't do that. I like the harshness of the lines. I think that's pretty cool. It's more illustrative. It's interesting. It's interesting. Definitely obscures the stuff a little bit. What if the triangle was the other way around? And why? What if the other thing was following it? Oh, of course it didn't do that. Okay. Well. Yeah, it does. It's like a production company. I'll show you exactly which one it looks like. Or feels like. like I don't know what the sound. I can't remember what the sound is, but this is kind of just feels like that for some reason. Probably because of the lines. The lines are cool, but they're also distracting. But yeah, I'm still like, yeah, this is awesome. I don't know what the background should be. I'm also like, oh, black is also kind of cool. It doesn't look like a metal cover or something. Metal cover here. Try doing a little bit of something. Oh, definitely not. The cleanness is awesome. Yup. 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 Oops. That was an accident. Let's see what it looked like. Yeah, this is it. This is it. I love this. This is great. Let's end it here, guys. I think it's been a great stream, and it's been a great ride, and it's a great awesomeness. I think that's it, guys. We gotta end on some tax evasion tips. Don't know why, it's just how it is. Always comes to the Critical Giants streams for tax evasion tips. If you want to avoid taxes, just pray to the angel cherubim and be like, please, cherubim, make my taxes go away. Then I'm pretty sure it'll work. Maybe it won't. But yeah, that's awesome. So thank you, everyone. Have a great night. Thank you for joining. See you around the next stream. There'll be another stream on next Thursday. So thanks for now. Goodbye.